Feels like it's going to be warm today, but it's not yet because it's only about 7:30. I'm going to take you to the foot of Rwenzori Mountain, which is a bit of a detour, but couldn't resist. Apparently it's amazing. Then we'll head on to Kasese. Should be some good riding today. A lot of it's dirt, but we'll see how we go. I'm starting at the foot of Rwenzori Mountain, or however you pronounce it. I've got 14 kilometers of bone-shaking dirt road, uphill, 700-meter incline, I think. This should be fun. This is a big hill. I had to push the bike up that bit. Anyway, it's interesting looking at the clouds. No point me trying to interpret the weather, but it's looking dark, like it might rain. I don't know whether I'm actually going to get to see the mountain or not. Anyway, we'll see how we go. It's gorgeous. Well, I am almost to the top of the bottom. I'm not climbing Mount Tory, that's probably a little bit excessive even for me, but almost there's a campsite there, and I keep wooing myself that they say there's a restaurant, which means I can probably get food, which is great, because I'm not staying there. I'm going to turn around and go back. They say that the best view of Rwenzori at this time of the year comes after rain. It's been raining a little bit. I'm not too hopeful, but maybe if I sit around for a couple of hours I might actually get to see it, because at the moment, nothing to see. But it is gorgeous. Well, getting up that hill was a challenge. It's about 700 meters up on really rocky road, but it actually wasn't that bad. I felt up for it. It had been an easy morning. It was coming down that hurt, because I have to kind of ride the brakes all the way down so I don't hit any of the massive rocks too hard. Anyway, felt like it took forever. But then just the beautiful moment of hitting that bitumen and just basically rolling all the way into Kasese, which was lovely. It was interesting on the way into Kasese, a young bloke, I heard this kind of voice. He was on his bike. I went straight past him and he was like, wait for me. I'm like, oh, you're all right. That's okay. Anyway, so we chatted for a bit and he was lovely. His English was good. And then he was like, oh, I need help so that I can go back to school. And I don't give individuals money. I just don't think it's not that effective anyway. You need an ecosystem sitting around a person. So it's just a blanket no from me on that stuff. But it was interesting just realising that it's not a given that a kid can actually afford to go to school here. In Australia, you just kind of have no choice. And so as a result, kids end up getting an education. And I think it's really important for us to remember that not everybody has those opportunities. I'm now in Kasese, and I'll be meeting with the organisation director that we work with over here. Like I've said before, all of the projects are run by locals, which I think is really important. So I'll be meeting with the director and seeing some of the projects over the next couple of days. So I'm here for 2 full days, 3 nights. So that I can get out and see some of the work that someone has already done, and also to get to give you a picture of the work that's going to be done. Because yes, we're here for an adventure, but we're also here to raise some money. So we're aiming to raise 25 grand to get an education centre set up. Now the impact of that education centre is going to be absolutely massive. We're talking about taking, my understanding is, 16, 17, 18-year-olds and transitioning them, and older, transitioning them from being young people, relying on other people, but to being people who have skills that they can take into the world and make their own way. And giving young people the skills to earn enough money to thrive is just an incredibly important piece of work that we need to do. I think in Australia, we've got TAFE. You can go to TAFE for free. Here, it's actually quite expensive to go to university or to go to, the equivalent of TAFE. So these kinds of education centres are super important for young people, because these young people are going to go on to have kids. they need skills so that they can earn money, so that they can thrive. So that's going to be lots of fun. Anyway, I am, well, stuffed after riding up that hill. I think I'm meeting with Henry. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But I'm definitely going to get a good feed and maybe a cold beer and go to bed early. So I look forward to showing you around and showing some of the work. Catch up.